to the war in Ukraine now, and ahead of winter, both Russia and Ukraine are trying to consolidate their recent military advances. Ukrainian counteroffensives in the east saw small territorial gains around such cities as Robotyne and Bakhmut, but there are growing concerns that the war has now reached a stalemate. Renewed Russian assaults on the town of Avdiivka with increasing use of heavy artillery along the front line is forcing thousands of Ukrainians to leave their homes. And it's not just in the east. Our correspondent Jenny Hill has travelled to the south of Ukraine to speak to refugees from Kherson who have been forced out because of heavy Russian bombardments.
On the shifting tides of a relentless war, fear and loss surge into Odessa. This coastal city, a haven for those fleeing the front line. Nina survived the Second World War. Now, at 91, she's a refugee again.
In Kherson?
I couldn't sleep in Kherson, she tells us. I couldn't eat. There were explosions. I want to die in peace, not war. Alone, among strangers, they wait for help. Odessa's aid workers struggling under the load of so many ruined lives. Almost everyone who arrives here turns up with little more than the clothes on their backs. Some have described to us fleeing under fire. They're terrified, they're shocked. And it's here that they have to begin the process of starting a new life. This is what they've left behind. Once vibrant communities, ghost towns now. Those who've not yet fled under near constant attack.
2 months ago we were getting 1 or 2 aerial bombs a day. Now it's 40. And shelling by artillery, tanks and mortars has doubled.
All along the vast front line, bitter and bloody battles, usually for a few kilometers of territorial gain. Ukraine's counteroffensive is making slow progress, and Russia is also on the attack. A Ukrainian unit sent us their footage as they defend the fiercely contested town of Avdiivka in the Donbass region. Russia's suffered reportedly massive casualties, but Ukrainian soldiers are dying too. So imagine this family's fear. Daria knows her husband was sent to fight in Avdiivka. They lost touch with him 2 weeks ago. She's haunted by the memory of waving him off to war.
He got on the bus and I stood there for a long time, crying. The feeling never leaves me that I saw him for the last time.
Painful to tell, hard to hear. Those who recounted their stories ask only this, that the world listens. Jenny Hill, BBC News, Odessa.